Alright, here we are. We are back and we are doing Pokemon Crystal with only Raikou. I wanted to do Raikou because my Pokemon strategy guide that I have doesn't list a starting move for Raikou. It says they don't learn a move to level 42, and I was like, well, that can't be right. So I was just really curious. So let's see how Raikou stacks up with Ho-Oh. Going into it, I wasn't really expecting a lot because out of the 3 legendary beasts, Raikou's probably was, before I started this anyways, was my least favorite. We'll see when we get done with all 3 of the legendary beasts if he's still that way or not. Anyways, I go ahead and I pick Raikou, and this is very cringy to watch back. I don't know why I picked this name, but you know, every time I nickname them, I just name them what comes to my mind, and you know, that's what I chose, so yeah. Anyways, we battle the rival and it was super easy. It was only bite that we have, which is interesting to start off with a dark type move in a game where most dark type Pokemon doesn't come till Kanto, like the good ones. I don't even know if you can get any dark type Pokemon in the first half. If you can, that's right at the end. I think maybe Sneasel and Ice Cave, I'm not sure. Anyways, we go on to the first gym, and that one was also extremely easy, first try. And this is kind of a theme of the early game, huh? So we go on to Bugsy, also extremely easy, first try. I did get Thundershock. Thundershock isn't the best move, but it is stab, so that's nice. And things that have a low special defense will be good for that. I can't remember if Dark is special or physical in 2nd gen or not, because back then it was the types were decided what the attack was. Anyways, so we do this battle, the second rival, and that was also extremely easy. With Whitney, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to learn Dig first to be able to do it. I didn't know if I'd be able to get through Miltank. But as you see here, it was fairly easy. If it would have done another rollout, I would have went down. But we didn't get to that point. I refused to learn Roar because I don't like Roar. And this is the first, I think, loss of the game so far. So I did learn Dig on the way here, and I think that I didn't heal before I got here, which was really annoying because it sent me all the way back to Goldenrod, and I had to walk all the way back to the city, and it was really annoying. But we go into the third rival, the second time now, and the second time it goes a lot smoother because I'm fully healed and I have my PPs. I didn't have any PPs left for Dig. That was, I think, the biggest thing, because Dig is good against most of his team except for Zubat, which I have Thundershock for that. And I put this scene in there because it was really funny to me this time, because I let the legendary beast go or whatever there, but one of them was a Raikou, and I'm like, wait, is there 2 Raikous then? Because I have one. Anyways, so then we go on to the 4th gym, Morty, and this one was not bad. Normally I actually have a problem with that one, but I didn't really have a problem at all. This is where the run kind of gets weird. I don't normally have a problem with the fighting gym, but I actually lost the first time, and I think I lost like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, you know, I think Dynamic Punch is what one of them was using, and I'm like, that's a really inaccurate move, so if I battle a couple times then I'm gonna win. So I went ahead and just went a couple times, and yeah, I think he must have missed some Dynamic Punches, because that's really what was taking me out. And then we go back and we do Jasmine, and with Jasmine all the Magnemites are a piece of cake, and this is normally a gym I struggle with too, but I did die once, but I only died once. On the second try I got the gym. I think I used a different attack or something before. Did I use Dig on Steelix? I can't remember. The first time I was kind of just figuring out where I wanted to go with it, but as you see I was really close here, so I'm not sure how much luck actually played into that. So I did get the Hidden Power TM because I was just kind of curious. I had a move on Raikou that I didn't really want anymore. So I'm like, I think Iron Tail. And I don't remember what I replaced Iron Tail with because I just learned Iron Tail after Jasmine. But anyways, I was like, I don't really want Iron Tail. I'm going to replace Iron Tail with Hidden Power. So then I test out what Hidden Power is, and I swear I have the worst luck in this part of the game, because after I figure out what Hidden Power is, which I just battled like 2 or 3 Pokemon, I had some in mind that I wanted to battle, or maybe I actually went through this rocket hideout, and through those I figured it out. I think that must be mostly what I done. Anyways, I did figure out that I again got Poison type Hidden Power, which is, I feel like, the worst one I could get, because Poison isn't super effective against hardly anything in the second generation. I think it's against grass, and I think that might be it in second generation. And the thing about that is most grass types are also poison, so it literally does nothing. But I do keep it because I don't have a poison type move. I don't even know, like, Blossom is one of the only grass type in this, oh, and Jump Pluff, but like in Sunkern, but you're not going to see those in a trainer fight. So as you see, I did die against Price the first time, and this is, like I said, where some of the run gets weird, because I don't normally struggle there, but I did struggle a little bit. I can't remember if I healed or not before that. That might be a little bit of it. Anyways, and then we get on to Claire, and here was also interesting because the Dragonairs kept paralyzing me. So I did have to try Claire a couple times because the paralysis just was not working for me. But I think on the second try I got it, and I did use either Super Potion or Hyper Potion, I can't remember, between those battles. And then we get on to the last rival fight, and this one also was not a challenge. We take him down, dig on Magnemite, dig on Haunter. I love that Levitate doesn't exist yet. It makes this amazing every time I do these runs. And then obviously Spark on Golbat. When I first seen I was going to learn Spark, I was like, wait, is Spark stronger than Thundershock? I don't know, something sounds to me like if you knew nothing about Pokemon, you would think Spark would be weaker, but it's stronger. Anyways, so then I go into the Elite Four, but the problem with this is my moveset is not that good. Yes, I have a great Pokemon, and I'm able to get past Will without much issue, because I have moves, like answers for all of his Pokemon. But I do end up running into some problems, and the first one is here at Koga. I just don't have powerful enough moves. Hidden Power, Poison is not going to do anything really for any of the Elite members. Dig is good, but it doesn't have much PP. But other than that, Bite's okay-ish, but Dark isn't really, I feel like, fully utilized in the way it could be in the second generation. And then Spark isn't a very good electric move at all. So it's just a lot of struggling. And we get to Muck here. I use Dig. Dig's a good move against Muck because it's effective, and it is a really good move. And Spark isn't that bad against Crobat because, you know, it's a Crobat and it's going to take that down. So it's not a super big of a issue here at Koga, but I am just starting to struggle a lot more at this point. And so we move on to Bruno, and you know, normally that I say this is the most embarrassing part or whatever, but it's really not considering my moveset and stuff. So I use Hidden Power, I think. No, I use Spark against him on top apparently. It digs underground, and I underestimate this because it does this every time. And I do come up with a solution for this, but it took out most of my health, and I was kind of doomed at that point. I didn't want to use too many items, but at the same time, I do feel like the trainers use items, so I'm going to use some too, you know. But it just doesn't work. I take out Hitmonchan, not too bad, but Machamp is just too much for me to handle, and I didn't have a full answer yet for that at that point. So on Hitmontop, I use Strength. I learned Strength, by the way. And then I started, when Hitmontop would go underground, I would go underground so that it wouldn't be able to attack me. And so that's how I answered that problem. And then I got through Hitmonchan. I did use a heal here. And Hitmonchan and Hitmontop, neither one are that hard. They do have a good type variety for Bruno, I guess, but they're not like difficult. And then we get to Karen, and this is by far the hardest Elite Four member for me in this challenge. I kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it, but what would happen is Umbreon would confuse me, which would put me off at a bad start. And then I would get through Vileplume, which I would be paralyzed, so it was sometimes easy, sometimes not, depending on my paralysis luck here. And then when I would get to Gengar, that's when it would really not work. It would use a curse. And I don't know if Houndoom would use Curse too or not. I'm not really sure what was happening at this point. I just know Curse was making it impossible to heal. Even if I used a healing item, with Houndoom's attack and the Curse taking effect every turn, which is what seemed to be happening, it was just too much for me to be able to handle. So I do level up a lot, and it takes me until level 71, as you see just there, when I was trying it this last time. Well, this might not be the last time, but I learned Thunder partway through Will, which was good because I got some extra PPs out of it then. Anyways though, I did use, I did need Thunder because Thunder now is a really good move, and I didn't really have a really good move before. So it is my savior. I do use it to just one-shot Hitmontop because I don't want to deal with that. I get through Hitmonchan with Thunder, and then Machamp, I knew I needed to kill that in one hit because that one is bad news. So I knew I didn't need a healing item here, but I wanted to have it just in case before I started Karen. This is why Thunder was so important, because I needed something that I could one-shot Haunter or Gengar without it being able to use Curse, and I had nothing before. But thankfully Thunder does one-shot Gengar, and I'm able to take it out. And Strength actually one-shot Murkrow, so I'm able to finish Karen. And then, this is one of the weirdest parts for me anyways in this run, is I get to Lance, and I get myself ready. I use an Ether on Thunder, I think, yeah. And so I go up and battle him then, and it was so easy. I struggled so hard on Karen, but all I needed was a really good move, because, you know, Raikou is a really good Pokemon, but its moveset isn't the best. I mean, it does end up learning Thunder, so that's good after you get to that level, but it takes a while to get there. And as you can see, level 72 is, I feel like, really bad for that good of a Pokemon. So most of the run I was really ahead of schedule, but I had to grind a lot to get to level 71 to learn Thunder. So I ended up falling behind Ho-Oh. If it wasn't for that, and I had maybe learned a good TM, I'm not sure if you can buy Thunder in the game somewhere. I didn't really look into it too much. Maybe there was a TM somewhere I could have learned and made it easier, and maybe I could have beaten Ho-Oh then. But as it stands, with what Raikou learns when it learns it, basically, and the things you learn through a natural game progression, Raikou was slower than Ho-Oh. Not by much though, but it also finished the game at almost 20 levels higher. So Ho-Oh was better. Ho-Oh learned Sacred Fire at the beginning, which is the strongest fire move in the game. So I don't know. Maybe Raikou should have learned Thunder right away. I don't know exactly, but Thunder's not the most accurate move, so I'm glad I didn't have that most of the game anyways, because I didn't struggle through most of it anyways. I'm not sure what Pokemon I'm going to do next, but I do know for Halloween I want to have a Halloween Pokemon ready, and I'm probably going to do Pokemon Black too. So I will see you then. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you want to see, and I will see you guys later.